Here is a sandstone block that I picked up at my local soil and landscaping company. I like the color and thought I'd give it a try. So let's see what it ends up looking like. Alright, here's the result of that cut. So we are going to grind this on a 50 grit grinding pad. Alright, you'll see it's quite a bit smoother. Now we're ready for the polishing process. Okay, here we got this sandstone. We're getting ready to polish it with, we're going to try 400 grit on this one. Alright, we just finished up the 400 grit for this sandstone. I'm not sure if I'm going to go further with polishing this stone. I've done sandstones, different sandstones in the past, and they don't seem to really make much of a difference past 400. You know, I've done a process of 400 to 800 to 1500 to 3000 grit, and it didn't really make much of a difference. But I'll make a decision soon on whether I'm going to go further with this. But it looks nice. It looks great. It's very smooth. So we'll come back to this. Okay, here we are getting ready to do an 800 grit. Now, I've done other sandstone before, but the other sandstone were much softer, a little more crumbly, and when I try to polish them, they would never go to a polish. They would stay at like a matte finish. This one currently has a matte finish. I don't know if it will even have a gloss finish, even if I get really high with the polishing stages. So this might be as good as it's going to get, meaning after the 400. But for experiment, we can keep going and see if it makes any difference. So let's go ahead and try 800 and see if it does anything. So, all right, let's give it a try. All right, we just finished up the 800. Wow, as I wipe away some of this water, it does look like it got smoother. So, maybe we will continue to try and see how far we can get this polished. So yeah, that spot, that's what it looks like at their 800 grit, which has a little bit more of a shine than the 400. Let's see if it makes any difference after 1500. If it doesn't do anything different after the 1500, then I'm not going to pursue a 3000 because that's just a waste of time. But it looks like it did do a little bit better, so we will continue. Okay, here's that sandstone. I'm getting ready to do an 800 grit, or no, this is gonna be a 1500 grit. So if it doesn't get any more polished than this, then we will not do a 3000. But let's give it a try with the 1500, and if it does get better, then yeah, then we will try a 3000. But typically these don't get super shiny. So all right, let's give it a try. All right, we finished the 1500 and it seems to have quite a good shine. Very surprised for a sandstone. Whatever sand this is made of, it is pretty strong. Yeah, it looks great. We will continue on a 3000 and see how that looks. But yeah, it's looking great so far. All right, last round of polish for this stone. It's going to be with 3000 grit. All right, this one turned out really well. Yeah, even with water wiped off, it still looks very glossy, very shiny. Much shinier than I thought it would ever turn out. So, yeah, that looks great. All right, here we have the finished product of that sandstone. Some interesting characteristics are, you see the stone is mostly light, like a beige, kind of a beigey pink color, and then you roll it over this side and it's kind of a yellow gold kind of color. That's that's interesting. It has some little flakes in there. You can see these little gray flakes. They're pretty shiny. Might be some kind of other metallic minerals in there. Let me see if we can zoom into some of them. I can't quite zoom in that far. But this stone surprisingly turned out very well. I've had other sandstones that did not turn out as well. In fact, let me compare them. So you can see this type of sandstone is what I'm most used to seeing. Has a very dull finish, very porous. Doesn't get glossy, doesn't polish to a shine, but still is a neat stone, and great. Looks nice when you have a variety of stones that are not simply all polished, but have a variety of finishes. But this sandstone, whatever whatever sand it's made of, it's a lot more dense. It's harder. It was harder to cut, and it turned out nice. Has a nice glossy finish, and has nice variety of colors. So this was unexpected, and yeah, it turned out really nice. So if I ever come across any more of this, I'd like to make some more of these. So the grain, you can see in the grain, has a lot of variation, a lot of different colors. Yeah, it turned out surprisingly nice. So I'm glad it turned out the way it did.